the final piece to Pakistan's perfect puzzle. They have done the job and now move on to 6 points. 3 wins from 3.
Welcome back, GAMEYAAAD family. Thank you so much for joining us for another video. Now, the West Indies women, they would have suffered a major blow to their hopes of qualifying for the ICC Women's World Cup after they would have been beaten comprehensively by Pakistan women in their third, qualifying match in Lahore. That's at Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore, and they were beaten by 65 runs. Now, West Indies, they would have, started the campaign, on a losing note. They were, beaten by, Scotland in their first game. That was a close encounter. Scotland would have beaten us by 11 runs, and we would have briefly revived, our hopes, our qualifying hopes by beating Ireland in a close encounter as well. We would have, beaten them by a narrow margin of 6 runs, in that game. And this loss, against the Pakistani would have, put a major doubt on West Indies qualifying for ICC World Cup later this year. And stay tuned. I have one scenario that I want to share with you that can give us a little bit of hope. Is that our qualification is hanging by a thread, to be honest with you. But stay tuned for that scenario. I will share with you at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. It's a narrow margin, and it will go down to the net run rate, so stay tuned for that. So batting first at the Gaddafi Stadium, the Pakistani women, they would have won the toss and elected to bat first. They would have posted 191 all out. And I mean, looking on it, because I was watching the match, it was a modest total, to be honest with you. But I noticed that the Pakistani batters, they could not get going on that pitch. So after the Pakistani innings, I would have tweeted, that West Indies would have need to apply themselves properly on this pitch, because it's not a pitch that you can get in and start to hit the ball, from ball one. Right, so you have to get accustomed to the the pace of the pitch before you can launch an attack. And I mean, 191 runs. I mean, as it looks, it would have been a gettable total, but we would have seen that it was not so. And in that innings of 191, I think Sidra Amin, she would have made a patient 54 on that pitch, right? She could not get going. She had to, be, just trying to build some partnerships with her partners, and she would have done so. She would have gotten support from Muniba Ali, 33, and Sidra Nawaz, 23. The West Indies bowlers, I would say they were not bad, to be honest with you, restricting Pakistan in their conditions to 191 is excellent, I would say. Haley Matthews would have led from the front with 2 for 30. Afi Fletcher would have taken 2 for 39, and Charisma Ramaraf would have taken 2 for 55. And young spinner Ashwini Munisar would have shown a lot of promise in that game. She would have taken 1 for 29 from her 10 overs. Right, so West Indies bowlers, they would have done well. And West Indies bowlers, they have been doing well in this tournament, to be honest with you. Our main issue in this tournament is that we have not, arrived with the bat. Right? We would have seen Haley Matthews making that, 100 in the first game. But other than that, Zadia James would have made, I think, 45, 36 in the first two games. And we would have seen Chanel Henry made a 40 plus score, as well as Stephanie Taylor would have made a 40 plus score in the second game. But other than that, no other person would have turned up with the bat for this tournament. And that is one of the reasons why West Indies are struggling so much in this tournament. And our catching is really, really poor, right? Even our running between the wickets. We would have seen some really critical runouts in this tournament for us. I mean, even in this match with Shimane Campbell, that was a very crucial runout, right? And we have to be, much better. And what I can encourage the girls to do, try and win the other two games, and then, just leave everything, to the statisticians. So as I said, Pakistan would have made 191 runs, and West Indies, in their reply, were on the back foot from the first ball ball. Our best batter, Captain Haley Matthews, was stopped in front by Pakistan skipper Fatima Sana, and that would have dealt, a mortal blow to the West Indies batting lineup. Honestly, once Haley Matthews would have been, trapped like before, it was a peach of a delivery, by the way. It was a jaffa, and she would have gotten up front. First ball of the innings, right? So despite, some resistance from our middle order, Ali Ali would have gotten 22, Shabika Gajnabi 21, Stephanie Taylor would have made 17. The Caribbean side would have been bowled out for 126 runs from 39.2 overs. Right? So in the chase, to be honest with you, the run scoring or the run rate was not an issue. Our issue was losing wickets at critical times. We were losing wickets at regular intervals. Right? So these are some of the things that we need to sharpen up on. Right? And really, really, sad how, we have been, playing at these global tournaments. So going into this campaign, I was expecting West Indies to be one of the teams to, qualify for the ICC World Cup this year. And our hopes are hanging by the thread at this point. So the pick of the Pakistani bowlers would have been Fatima Sana. She was excellent with 3 for 16. She was really, really in good rhythm, and she was hard to handle, by the West Indian batters. Fatima Sana was supported by Ramin Shamim, 2 for 26, and Nashra Kanpur, 2 for 31. And they kept the pressure. And I mean, Pakistan did not do anything exceptional with the ball, to be honest with you, but they were very disciplined with hitting those good line and length, right? And that would have, caused, a lot of pressure to be built upon the West Indies batters. As I would have said earlier, the run out by Shimane Campbell and also Zadia James, that would have crippled our batting lineup. That was those two runouts, they were very, very critical for us. And also due to the fact that Stephanie Taylor would have been off the field for some time, she had to come in when either 5 wickets were down, or she had to stay off the field for a certain amount of hours, right? So that also would have, caused some form of instability in our batting lineup, right? Because she could not have come in when she would have normally would need to do so, right? So, I mean, those are some of the setbacks we have, in our batting lineup during that game. So, I mean, so this loss would have left the West Indies in a very precarious position, as I said before. and our net run rate is not even helping us. We are currently at negative 0.526, right? And so it's gonna take, as you know, the coach would have said, Shandy's would have said that it will take a miracle for us to qualify for the ICC World Cup later this year. All right, so let us move on to the scenario that I have in mind. We are in a very difficult position, but I'm just going to try and see. I've tried some other scenarios and they could not work based upon where the table is at the moment. Currently, 2 matches are currently in progress as I am doing this video. So my scenario is Pakistan have to keep winning, right? That's the first thing for us. Pakistan have to keep winning, right? They have to win their remaining 2 matches, right? And Bangladesh, can only win 1 of their matches to go. As the table is right now, Pakistan is on 6 points, Bangladesh on 4, Scotland on 4, West Indies on 2, Ireland on 0, and Thailand on 0, right? And if you notice, Bangladesh has the healthiest net run rate, right? So that's gonna be also a critical factor for us. And that is the reason why I told you that our qualifying hopes is hanging by a thread, right? So let's go into the scenarios. All right, so as I said, Pakistan have to keep winning. So their remaining 2 matches, I expected them to beat Thailand and also to beat Bangladesh, but they have to beat Bangladesh very badly, right, for us, because that net run rate will be an issue, right? So we have Bangladesh to win, to beat Scotland, right? And so we have them to beat Scotland today, right? And I hope that game really goes down to the wire, because Bangladesh net run rate is a big factor for us, right? So hopefully they can, that will be a nail-biting match, and also they will be beaten badly by Pakistan, right? And also they will be beaten badly by the West Indies, right? So I have West Indies beating Bangladesh on the 16th, right? And Ireland will beat Scotland, right? If Scotland win any other game, it will be a very difficult task for the West Indies. So that's the scenario I have, right? Ireland beating Thailand, I have Bangladesh beating Scotland, right? And hope that match goes down to the wire. I have West Indies beating Bangladesh badly. I have Pakistan beating Thailand. I have Ireland beating Scotland, right? And I have Pakistan beating Bangladesh badly, and West Indies beating Thailand badly. So West Indies have to win these 2 matches by a big margin in order to, improve on that negative run rate, right? It is a very difficult, situation, but that's the only scenario I will see that will give us even a slight chance, right? If those are the results I have suggested above, Pakistan will be on 10 points, Bangladesh on 6, West Indies on 6, Scotland on 4, Ireland on 4. Right, but the net run rate will come into play. And if West Indies cannot beat, those 2 opponents badly, improve on their net run rate, and Bangladesh will go through a net run rate. So that's the scenario that I have. So the other scenario is Bangladesh losing all their other matches. They would have lost to Scotland. Then Scotland would have won that game, and I hope that game would also be a nail-biting finish. So Scotland and West Indies would be on 6, Bangladesh on 4, right? And so it will all boil down again to the net run rate. So it will take a miracle, as Sean Dees, the coach of the women's team, would have suggested. So let us see what will happen. Thank you, for joining us for this video. And please remember to hit that subscribe button as you are, going out. Share this video with your friends and families. And also share your comments, your thoughts. If you have another scenario, for the West Indies, please share it down in the comment section. Thank you so much for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the day.